What up? I don't know this song well enough, or else I'd be singing along to it. Oh. You think I set up the Twitch Go Live notif right? You think I did? I did. Okay, good. Good. Okay. What is up, everyone? Okay. Wait, what? Dude, they changed it, so it does have to be within a month. Minimum of 3 average viewers on 4 different days? I used to have like 3. Now I have zilch. I had 3 from when I was doing the global, or the worldal. What was it called? World Place? Place World? What the fuck was it called? W Place, that's what it was called. I had 3. God damn it. Alright, whatever. I'm ultimately not that upset about it. Sorry, I'm distracted looking at Twitter. What up? What up? I'm gonna start today off with a Kurt Vonnegut quotation. So this is actually a mishmash of like a few different quotes of his. But this is something I saw a few days ago. And I think it's dope that Kurt Vonnegut said this. Hold on, let me get some Nintendo music going. Also, I'm live and I have an explanation. I mean more not an explanation, but I almost didn't go live, but I decided to go live. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Hold on. Okay, it's a bit loud, but I do like this. Okay. Kurt Vonnegut. Kurt Vonnegut tells his wife he's going to buy an envelope. Oh, she says, you're not a poor man. You know, why don't you go online and buy 100 envelopes and put them in the closet? And so I pretend not to hear her and go out and get an envelope because I'm going to have a hell... Actually, I don't like the way this is presented. Let me see if I can find a better version of it. Kurt... I saw this on Twitter the other day. I don't like this image of it. This Photoshop bot image. Envelope. Yeah. Yeah, here. This is a better one. Oh, she says, well, you're not a poor man. You know, why don't you go online and buy 100 envelopes and put them in the closet? And so I pretend not to hear her and go out and get an envelope because I'm going to have a hell of a good time in the process of buying one envelope. I meet a lot of people and see some great looking babies, and a fire engine goes by and I give them the thumbs up, and I'll ask a woman what kind of dog that is. And I don't know. The moral of the story is we're here on Earth to fart around. And of course, the computers will do us out of that. And what the computer people don't realize, or they don't care, is we're dancing animals. You know, we love to move around. And it's not like we're not supposed to dance anymore. And it's not like we're not... And it's like... you know, we love to move around, and it's like we're not supposed to dance anymore. And then I think there's a continuation. Let's all get up and move around a bit right now, or at least dance. So I googled that, because I saw this on Twitter, and I was like, did Kurt Vonnegut actually say fart around? Because I've been saying to people to fart around. I've been saying I fart around and shit. And I was wondering where I got that from, because that doesn't seem like something I would come up with. I mean, I've been saying it for years, but so I was curious and I looked at the origin of this and I found the Snopes article where pretty much he did say it. It's a bit of a mishmash of like him talking about of a few different clips of him saying stuff, but let me tell you, we are here on Earth to fart around, and don't let anybody ever tell you any different. And that's so damn true. I have a fucking canker sore that just showed up like a few hours ago. But yeah, I'm live. Honestly, there's a decent argument for me to not go live because I was considering just focusing on editing the podcast, because I haven't done that yet for the episode that needs to go out Wednesday, and so I need to do that. Although likely a large section of it's going to get censored because we talked about some stuff that aged incredibly poorly 24 hours later. So I'll have to see how much of that I want to cut. Now, we weren't talking about it in reference to Charlie Kirk, but I think you can get the idea. But yeah, so I'm live. As the go live notification said, and as the YouTube title says and everything, I do have hella stories because, like, I had a busy weekend. And it was good busy, but it was busy. It was, I mean, as the title says, I tried out some of these, like, make friend apps, or, like, meet people apps, or whatever. Because I was like, what the hell? I saw a bunch of them advertised to me on Instagram, like, a week ago or something. Hold on. I saw them in various ones advertised to me on Instagram like a week ago. And so I was fucking bored and lonely. So I was like, let me sign up for a bunch of these. Bum dum dum. Bum bum bum. Ba-dum bum bum. Ba-dum bum 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 bum. Where is this from? Well, it says Deadly Premonition. I'm gonna boot up Animal Crossing so that I can play it while Dolphin, why are you frozen? My freaking dolphin's frozen. But yeah, so I got the apps like a week ago or something. And then all the shit that I signed up for was for this weekend. So I was just like, all right. And I waited. And now it's this weekend. And all the stuff happened. Okay, Dolphin is not responding. So let's end Dolphin. Yeah, dun 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 dun. Ba-dum bum. Ba-dum ba ba. Dolphin is not responding. Whoa. Bro, I want to play Animal Crossing. Is there an issue with it? Have you tried completely uninstalling? Bro. Did you remember to extract the zip file? Bro, what? Documents. Dolphin. Sorry. Why the fuck is this not working? Oh, now it's working. Okay. Did it freeze again? Dolphin! Try stopping it. Dolphin! Stop emulation. Yes. Bro. Dolphin, why the fuck are you busted? Yes, stop the current emulation. Fine, I'll open Task Manager again. Why did music stop? Did it close out of my Firefox? Bro, what the freak is going on? What the freak? I'm just trying to fucking play Dolphin, which is not at all anything related to the Animal Crossing, because that is on my North Korean GameCube. Hey, Dolphin's not responding again. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Dolphin not responding. This is from 10 years ago, this thread. Bro, what the fuck is happening to Dolphin? Alright, well, if Dolphin's not working, then I'll play Hollow Knight, but I would want to play Animal Crossing. I mean, I could, like, restart my computer, but then, of course, I'd have to end stream and restart it. Which is not good, to be clear. Dolphin 2506A not responding. I don't want to, if I uninstall it, I don't want to, you know, fucking lose the town files and everything. Let me see if I can back up the town files. USA, card A. It's from the 12th. Is that when I last streamed? Alright, let me try Command C. New folder. Dolphin. Okay, I have that saved. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Oh, Dolphin respond. Hey, boot up Animal Crossing. Bro, please, Dolphin. Please, Dolphin. I don't know why you're not working. Look at this piece of shit. It's not working. Bro, please. I just want some shit to play in the background while I ramble. Is that too much to fucking ask? took a hot minute. Okay, go here. And then I need audio settings. Bum 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 bum. Also, all that shit about Dolphin was a freaking joke. That was all a joke, because this is legal. Because I'm playing this legally, actually. So I'm actually playing this legally. Right now in slot A, it's September 14th at 6:17 p.m. Shall we get started? Before I go, let's just try to update the minute. What do you want to do first? Other things. Set clock. Yeah. Okay. We gotta wait 30 seconds. Hold on. 40. 45. 50. Come on. 55. 60. Okay. Shall we get started? Yes. I need to change what directory I'm in. Okay. I'm Jake. I'm freaking Jake. I can never forget you. Then why are you always fucking with me, Carmen? Why are you always being a little fucker? Alright. Alright, Carmen. Yo, why the gyroid freaking the fuck out? Welcome home, Jake. How may I be of assistance? Never mind. Is that so? Bum, bum, bum. Okay. How much mail do we have? Bro, only 3? Why only 3? The fossil you sent us is a trilobite. We hereby return this finely specimen to you. Fossil we received is a dinosaur egg. Fossil we received is amber. Your current layout earns 1,100. To be blunt, your house is too small. Bro, fuck off. Yes. Where did it all... I sent like so many. I only got 3 back? Are you shitting me? Bro, what a scam. Alright, fine. Well, I at least have these. I can go give to Blathers. Well, I'm trying to balance audio right now. Alright, open. 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 Why did I only get 3 back? Do I need to say something in the letter to the museum? Animal Crossing GameCube fossils. The museum only sends 3 a day, but it has a buffer of more. Okay. Duly noted. Dude, I got a freaking Reddit notification. Freak yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's go to Tom Nook's. Alright, this shit a little too loud for me. Oh, there's stuff in the dump. Bug. Yes! That's a freaking bug! I caught a red dragonfly. I wonder if it can breathe fire. No, you fucking idiot. I guess I'm the idiot. Wonder if it can breathe fire. No, of course it can't. It's a fucking dragonfly. Jackass. Okay, please have a fishing rod. Yes! Yes! Hi, Tom Nook, as well. Okay, you do have some good stuff today. That's a fishing rod. It's a steel. Oh, fuck! Wrong button. It's a steel. Yes. Yes! Finally! Okay. So what did I do this weekend? So first I did... It was Friday night. And I did... There's this app called Time Left that I signed up for. And so it is like it sets you up with dinners for like, you can do like a dinner a week. Although I think if you get a paid subscription, you can do more. But so you can do a dinner a week. Ah, shit. Fuck. So you sign up for it. You like take a quiz at the start. And it's like, you know, you say different things, like, what is it? It's like, how do you feel, like, how are your opinions made? Are they made more through logic or your feelings? And then, like, what other questions were there? They were like, how do you tolerate, like, politically incorrect humor? Or something. And then, like... I don't remember the other ones. No, fuck off. I want to ask about the shirt. It asks about your age. It asks about, like, kind of like what you're looking for, like, for connections wise. This is kind of drip. I think it asks, like, it may have asked your political sensibility. But it also asked, like, dude, I'm blanking. I think it asks, like, what kind of things you like to talk about, or, like, whatever. Or, like, how important is X, Y, and Z? How important is spirituality? How important is this? Yada, yada. It was a pretty short quiz. Maybe, like, 10 questions total. But so... Fuck. Oh, get back here. Where the hell did it go? Bro, fucker, come here. There we are. Thanks for cheering, Carmen.
Good evening. You must have had a long day today, Pumpkin. Excuse me, you're just getting started, Pumpkin? Good gracious. Let's get right to the point. What can I do for you?
I want a job.
I hate to disappoint, but I really don't have any favors to ask of you. My apologies, Pumpkin.
Okay, that's fine. But so I went on that, and so then it sets you up, and then I'll, like, ask, like, what time for scheduling, and whatever, and yada yada. And so I signed up for dinner on Friday. It also asked, like, things like how much are you willing to pay for food or whatever. Bro, fuck. Dude, I'm sorry, Dozer. Maybe you can help me. Okay, I'll try. But so I had that scheduled for Friday night. And so I went on Friday night. Ah, shit. So it wound up being this dinner at this place called Capital Burger, which is like a 10-minute metro ride away. Subway ride. Whatever. One and the same. Is there a freaking bug? So I go to that, and now look, beforehand they don't tell you very much. They keep it very vague. Like, they didn't tell us the restaurant until like 2 days beforehand. They didn't tell us, Jake, you scamp, what on earth have you been doing until now? I was all happy to get the chance to talk to you today, right up until I realized it was dark out. It is 6:30 here. Now there's no time left to talk, so what can I do for you? Alright, let's talk. You know, if you ever want to send a letter to somebody, go to the post office. If you ever felt like it, you could send me a letter. I wouldn't mind. Who knows? If your letter is interesting, I just might write back, kitty cat. Oh, that's right. Not that I'm hinting or anything, but you can enclose presents too. Just go to your item screen, blah, 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 blah. Press the A button. Sometimes I enclose presents. Depends on my mood. So I guess you never know. But so, like, beforehand, you know, I'm looking at it beforehand. It's also, like, they'll give you icebreakers and stuff as well, but they don't give you icebreakers until, like, you're actually there. It's like, you can see, like, 2 days beforehand, you get to find out, like, where you're going to be eating. Jake, is it possible? Because it sure seems like you are. If you're not, then why wouldn't we meet up until this hour? So what's going on? What's up? Hey, have you seen the town melody? You know what's cool about it? You can change it. That's like the official song. And you know there's a bulletin board by your house, right, too? Yeah, of course you do. Anybody can read or write messages. Maybe I'll write a message there. Now accepting applications for new friends. Hee hee. Maybe if I do, some really cute guy will totally apply. That'd be crazy romantic, tra-la-la. Bro, what about me, Cherry? What about me? Oh, I want a guy who's like just like you. Oh, fuck, I'm not getting that thing. But so, find out like 2 days before, like, the restaurant, where it is, and then also some very basic information about the other people you're meeting. And so it told me, like, okay, there's going to be like 7 other people. There's 7 other people who are signed up. I guess people will commonly flake, but 7 other people who had RSVP'd. God damn it. You must be worth a good bit, right? Fuck. And it also told me stuff like, oh, they like to talk about politics and... Bro. And they're all from the US except for like one person. Or it said like nationalities. US and then India. And then like, you know, some things like, oh, what do they like to talk about? Blah, 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 blah. And I might have also been able to see the people's faces, but I don't think I could. Fuck. Oh, well, here's a fossil. Oh, I'm full. So then I go to that Friday. So I walk in. It's this, like, little restaurant. It's, like, 2 floors or something, but just, like, in the middle of, like, a normal, like, street kind of housey area corner. Might there be something? Yes, we can finally donate shit. But no doubt priceless item might you have for us today. Trilobite. Well, what do we have? Who? A trilobite, if I'm not terribly mistaken. Yes, yes, very nice indeed. This is quite a beautiful specimen as well, quite. You're to be congratulated. Well then, where to begin? Trilobites. Ah, yes. Trilobites were hard-shelled segmented arthropods, which populated the Paleozoic seas long before dinosaurs existed. There were over 15,000 species of known trilobites, and more are discovered each year, what? This makes them the single most diverse group of extinct organisms ever. Amazing. Truly remarkable, you know. They are, however, extinct. No living descendants whatsoever. The constant perils of nature are quite formidable indeed. Who am I? So sorry, old bean. Allow me to beg your pardon. I've been running off at the beak again. I tend to do that. You have our deepest, most profound gratitude. Might there be anything else? Yeah. Ooh. Can I select multiple? Ah, shit. No, I want to donate. Blathers. Yes, donate. Dinosaur egg. Who, I say? Who upon who? A fossilized egg. Excellent. I must apologize for that atrocious pun. So sorry. I just got carried away in my excitement. Eh, what? Because this is a grade A specimen. Ho ho ho. Now, I hate to admit this, but I cannot identify the species of dinosaurs that produce this particular egg. I can envision it attaching, though, and from the shards, a new life slowly emerging, a miracle of flesh and bone. Who, the wonder of it all, the drama, the spectacle, the ebb and flow, the grass and grit, life, I say, life. Who, mercy, who am I indeed? I must apologize, I was lost in the moment. My beak flaps on its own. Alright. Yep, I got a lot of shit to donate, Blathers. Who? Again, I say who? Just look at this. Amber, stoutly preserving the pale reminders of our past. And this is quite a large, full-bodied specimen. What? Smooth, exquisite. I'm reeling in awe. Amber is a form of tree resin, which has hardened and been preserved in the Earth's crust for millions of years. Resin is produced as a defense against insects and disease. It seals wounds, allowing trees time to heal. Sometimes unlucky insects get caught in the resin too. I wonder what's in your amber. A fly? Perhaps a mosquito? Amber, you see, is a preservative of miraculous proficiency. Bits of amber are like miniature time capsules. Who, mercy, what a prattling. I must beg your pardon. I imagine you felt as though you've been captured in time. We have our deepest, most profound gratitude. Might there be anything else? Yep. I don't remember, are you scared of bugs in this game? Has he always been scared of bugs, or is that a newer thing? Ah, who, yes indeed, that's a red dragonfly, if I'm not utterly mistaken. No, that's not necessary. Please, I must insist we leave it in the container. Protocols, you see, what? I have to say that I'm not overly fond of insects. I quite simply do not like touching them. Blech. Jake, have you ever peered closely into a dragonfly's eyes? Blech. Ghastly, really. Who, but I digress. You have our deepest, most profound gratitude. Might there be anything else? Yes. I have 2 more things for you, Blathers, and then I'll definitely come back with more once I go fishing. Ahoo, yes indeed. That's a cricket if I'm not utterly mistaken. No, that's not necessary. Yep. Oh, not overly fun. Oh, so you just remind me of that each time. I actually find their voices quite soothing on an autumn evening when their cries filled the air. Delightful. Their appearance, however, is not in the least bit engaging, and actually borders on repugnant. As for myself, I find them no better than cockroaches. Blech, vile. Vile indeed. Truly dirtily vile, what? Who, but I digress. Yep, one more thing. So I already gave you a cricket. Here's a locust. Ahoo, yes, that's migratory. No, not necessary. I'm not. Yep. I have a rather difficult time dealing with the soft underbellies of grasshoppers. They're vulgar. And their legs, why do they come off so easily when one merely handles the beasts? Blech, simply horrid. Who, but I digress. Okay. Nope, that's all. All right, let's go look and see what we donated. Okay. Amber, donated by Jake. Dinosaur egg, donated by Jake. Trilobite, donated by Jake. Wow, so there's a good number of things to fill up here. I mean, not nearly as much as the later games, of course, but like, that's kind of obvious. Alright, there's the cricket. Right? Cricket, donated by Jake. Migratory locust. Where's the migratory locust? I don't see it. Red dragonfly. Where is the fucking migratory locust? Oh, there. Damn, he's stanced up. Alright. So it's Capital Burger. So I go to Capital Burger. It's this like little 2-story little restaurant, little place. Now I'm going in, I'm a little bit worried. Because it's Capital Burger. AKA Burger. And I don't fuck with burgers. Long head locust. Why the long head face? Whatever. It's a burger place, and I don't be fucking with burgers. And so, like, I check the app again, and I'm, like, curious. And I'm like, could I have done any, like, dietary preferences things to say no burger? No. It's, like, actual dietary restrictions shit. It was the only things available. It's, like, if you're vegan, you know, kosher, halal. There might have been something for pescatarian. I assume there's something for, like, gluten, lactose intolerant, whatever. But so I go to that. I turn up. It's like a 10-minute, like I said, it's like a 10-minute subway ride. So I go there, and I'm repping the banana shirt. Because what I've realized is the banana shirt gets the people going. Fuck, I did not time that right. That was quick, holy shit. The banana shirt gets people talking. It's a good shirt. But the way it gets people talking, I've truly never seen before. Oh, it's a sea bass. Sea bass. Sea bass. How lovely. Sea bass. Gyroid! I dug up a stromboid. Okay, I need to go clear out my inventory. Let's dig you up. I'll redig it. I still don't have a fucking anything to clear the trees, and I don't know how I can move the trees. So kind of still in a rock and a hard place, but whatever. Like, this tree was a money pot, wasn't it? So is it able to grow? I don't know. Hey, Pippi. So you're one of those odd nocturnal folks, aren't you? A creature of the night. Oh, when I was young. What am I saying? No, I'm not an old lady yet. I've still got some kicks left in me. Hey, did you want something or what? Can you help? How come you always show up when I've got nothing for you? Do you plan it that way? Okay, fine. Is there anyone new that moved in? Because I looked it up, and apparently you can have, like, Sydney. Sydney's new. Wait, is Sydney a koala? I think I might have Sydney in, New Horizons. You might just be a cricket. Or you might not be. Pine cricket. How I pine when I hear it's cricket. Ain't that the damn truth? So I turn up. Excuse me. This is Dozers. Sydney is down. You are just a normal cricket, right? Yeah. Pockets are full. Release it. Sydney. Sydney! Hi.
Good evening, and unless I'm mistaken, pleased to meet you. I'm Sydney. So what's your name? Jake, I like that, Sunshine. It's cute. You know, call me crazy, but don't call me Carson. I get the feeling you and I are gonna be good friends, Sunshine.
Yeah, Sydney. You're a chiller. But so I turn up, and it says like, okay, table 1. And I'm like, great. That does a fucking lot to help me. So I just go to the hostess, and I'm like, where's table 1? And she's like, oh, right over there. And she points at it. It's like right behind me. 45-degree angle to the right. Behind me. Oh, what would that be? Like 5 o'clock? So I turn around, and there at the table is 2 people. There's a guy who, if you were to think of like the psychic Pebbles, his like icon, like what's his name? I forget his actual name. The guy who's Psychic Pebbles. But like whatever his name is. Zach, I forget his last name. Zach Psychic Pebbles. If you were to take like his logo, his like guy logo, and then, oh shit. No, hold on. And then add like a generic thin beard. Thin beard, but like full beard. But it's thin. My, I didn't expect you again. Oh, I already talked to you. Let's chat. Do they know what's going on? We'll be moving into all those empty houses over in Acre B3. If they're still empty, you should convince your friends to move in. As long as they're civilized, the more friends you have, the more fun you'll have every day, and the more fun I'll have. You can send them letters, show off your house, whatever. Okay. But that's how he's built. Are these to the museum? They are, right? Yeah, okay. So that's guy number 1. Guy number 2. Butch, they, them, lesbian. Okay. Butch, they, them, lesbian. Like bit of facial hair. Long, or like growing out sideburns, but wispy. Facial hair also wispy, to be fair. Hold on, I want to put the gyroid down inside. And what did they have? I think they had their ears pierced. They had like I don't know if they had a septum piercing. I think actually, yeah, I think they had a septum piercing. Oh, you're dope. Badink. Okay, I need to sell more shit, but whatever. They had a septum piercing, and then they had like 2 piercings like here. Also, ton of tattoos. Not like crazy amount. I'd say like quarter of body covered. That might be a lot. Maybe 20%, maybe 10% of body covered here. So like good number of tattoos, but like not a crazy amount. So I'm like, what's up? And then it starts. game has started. Event has started once I sit down. And they're all talking. They're like, oh, you know, whatever. Like generic small talk. It gets to be like, you know, what have you... Like, just like names, first of all. I should give these guys names. Well, we can just call them Butch they. They didn't say what their pronouns were. But the guy referred to them as she, her. But they also had a top surgery. So they didn't have a top. So, oh fuck, I get my bones confused. So like, I don't know. I'll just be safe and assume they, them. 1,000, holy shit. No. Okay, let's go back to Blathers. Thank you. Sure thing, Mr. Nook. There's another mosquito. I bet they sell for dick all, let's be honest. I'll catch them, but I bet it sells for dick all. Dude, I hate the fucking Morse code bug. So, like, starting to talk, like, basic stuff. Like, oh, you know, what do you do? Like, what's up in Boston? Also, like, is this your first time doing one of these? First time doing a time left? And so, a little bit talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, it's my first time. It's neither of their first times. Butch, it was, like, their, like, second time, I think. And they were saying how their first time didn't go very well, and that it was, like, one or two guys that showed up. And it was one guy who was just dead quiet. Did it crash? Bro. Dolphin. CPU thread is too fast. Yes, ignore. What the fuck was that, Dolphin? Ahoo. Yeah. Apparently, like, their first time was, like, one guy who was dead quiet and one guy who couldn't hold up a conversation, I think. And then a third guy that came late. I'm rather impressed that you managed to capture and transport a mosquito here without squashing it. I might have squashed it, just on general principles. What? Are you, for example, aware that male mosquitoes can't suck blood? I did know that. No, they survive by drinking plant nectar. I didn't know that. Evidently, the female is the vampiric one, and she only ingests blood for the protein she needs to lay eggs. Really? I couldn't care a fig myself. All I know is that itching that occurs after one is bitten is quite disturbing. Not only that, but mosquitoes are notorious carriers of all sorts of disease, you know? Dirty, filthy little buggers. Ooh, but I digress. Yep, Blathers, I got a lot of shit for you. So I gave you a mosquito, now here's a pine cricket. Ugh. Ahoo. Yep. Yep, let's speed this up, can we? Blathers, can we speed this up? I have to say that I'm not... Yep, I know. I actually find their voices on Autumn Evening. Their appearance, however, is on the least bit engaging and actually borders on repugnant. Wait, didn't I... You already said this. Is this the same one for this other kind of cricket? Whatever. Here's a sea bass. Sea bass! Who, indeed, woohoo, a sea bass, I believe. Even run-of-the-mill, common fish are valuable resource, you see, all part of the great tapestry, what? You'll take excellent care of this fellow. Oh yes, you can rest assured, excellent care indeed. You have our deepest, most profound gratitude. Might there be anything else you wish to donate? Yes. One more locust. Long locust. Ah, who? Yep. Come on. I have to say that I'm not... Yep. I have a rather difficult time dealing with the soft... Oh, you already said this. So you say this for whenever you have two of the bugs that are like the same kind? No, that's all. The support is greatly appreciated. Did it register as two different ones though? Cricket. Pine cricket. Okay, so it is two separate ones. Long locust. Migratory locust. And if we check the catalog. So we got one fish. And we got a few different bugs. Dopers. How's the sea bass? Dude, I like the museum music in this game. Holy. There's a sea bass. Sea bass. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah. And so then I was talking with the other guy and like with Zach Psychic Pebbles, and he was saying that they're very hit or miss. The time lefts or whatever. Very hit or miss, apparently. From the way, oh shit. Well, there goes that ball. From the way they were talking about it, I was expecting them to like say how like, you know, do you like the kind of normal liberal thing? I guess it's not specifically liberal, but I feel like you hear it primarily from liberals of the like, yeah, I went and it was just a like crazy Trump supporter guy or whatever. Like I felt like that was what the way they were talking about it was like that was what had happened. But no, it's just like, yeah, they're awkward. Okay, great. Low key, maybe I'm a psychopath. Oh, fuck. Maybe I'm a psychopath. But I feel like even if there's someone who, quote unquote, can't hold up a conversation, it is possible to put in the extra 110% energy to, like, make a conversation still happen. Like, you gotta be on the ball, and you're only gonna be talking about them the whole time. But it's possible. Like, I feel like I could clutch up if I were in that situation. I'll say. Fuck, it's so quick. But so chatting for a bit, then I don't remember who came next. But then soon after, we'll just go with this version of events. There was then like a guy who came. God damn it. There's a guy who came, and he comes in and he just immediately goes and daps up Zach Psychic Pebbles. And they're like, yo. And then they're like, they start talking. And so apparently the two of them had met on the time left previously. And so now they were just like weekly going to the same ones. No, I already took care of that. What a shame. Yep. All right, bye, ciao. I don't remember his name. Nor, he also spoke with quite a heavy accent. And it didn't help that I was on like you know, 60 if you're looking at the center of the table, 60% angle of the table from him. So like it wasn't the easiest to hear him and understand him. His name was like, it wasn't Chiton, because that's that damn Japanese mascot on Twitter. Oh fuck, god damn it. You know, Chiton, the one on Twitter who just like dances around and everything, and then got shadow banned after they said trans rights. We'll call him Chiton. But so he comes in, and then like, you know, more small talk, whatever. And so it's like getting some bearings for the people. It's like Zach Psychic Pebbles. He's in music school, I guess. But yeah, no, you didn't. Good to hear. Busy's good. Tell me, what's new? Just hanging. Oh no, but I've always had this itch for adventure. Why don't you go visit another town? I can't! Well, I could. But I can't. Go to the train station, catch a train. Thing is, you need either a second memory card or a memory card you can use to save your travel data. Yep. Yep. But so talking with this guy more, and he's apparently in music school. He goes to Berkeley. Oh, I can run with the left trigger? That's interesting. He goes to Berkeley. And like, but he's saying how he also has like a nice looking watch on. And he's saying how he does, he actually has a company that does music stuff or something, or like performs or whatever, or I don't know. And like he does that, but he's like still for some reason going to school, and he didn't really give a good reason as to why he was still going to school. But he was like 21, or like either fresh 21 or about to be 21. I don't quite remember. And so like the way he was talking was like he was big shit. I think like, look, I am a man, so I don't know if I can necessarily exactly tell when someone is mansplaining and when they're not. But I would guess it felt like this guy was doing what sounds like what I've been told is mansplaining. Do you need to be watered? Oh, there's a hole in your leaf. Maybe it needs to be watered before it can grow. Well, good thing I have a watering can. Here, while we're over at the post office, let's send these. Bro, if there's 4 new fossils a day, but I get 3 back, then will I ever catch up? Yes, it goes in. I have more. Phyllis, fucking packing the attitude. Wow. Alright, and then one more. So then talking with the like Butch, they're taking a gap semester or gap year because they go to, I think, BU or UMass from Ohio, and then came from Ohio, but out of state tuition's a bitch, and so I guess they're staying here for a year, like not as a student, in just an apartment so that then they can qualify for in-state tuition. I guess. Bro, it's so quick. Holy shit. Whatever. I don't know. Look, end of the day, I'm going to be giving judgmental descriptions of all these people, but truthfully, it's only love, right? I only got one thing in my heart for people, and it's love. Except for sex pests. I do have hate for those people. But I think everyone's just their own individual trying to make their own fucking way in this world, and I think that's, if anything, what was illuminated by all these app experiences, is that no one's got their shit figured out. Or at least there's plenty of people who don't have their shit figured out.
Gotcha. Gotcha, bitch.
That's a carp. I got a barbel steed. That's funny. It looks more like a fish than a horse. That is funny. It's only love. And at the end of the day, it's only love. I'm just describing them in a more judgmental way. To try to treat it more comically. Damn, a koi? But so, like, whatever. And I guess they have an apartment with their girlfriend. And, whatever, fuck it. Who gaff? There's a carp. Might be carpal tunnel. Do I have the stationary on me? No, I gave that to the gyroid. Okay, I've gotten a bit more of a knack for fishing. And so then Cheeton, I don't remember any of the details about him. He must have given them, I would think. I don't remember anyone asking him. But he must have talked about what he is and not what he is. You know, what he does in school, whatever. It was like everyone there was either like fresh out of school or in school. Or like, I guess a gap year between school. It's like no one was really like that outside the age demographic. Store an item. I will take this. Never mind. Let's just write a bunch of letters to the museum. Of course, I'm not going to use all these today, but... Okay, grab you. Put you in there. Mega Stromboid. What's the Mega Stromboid? I wouldn't be opposed to selling this guy. Because I do be needing some funds. Yo. Okay, I'm selling this guy. I'm also gonna sell the Thunder shirt. I don't really like it that much. So whatever, chatting, looking at the menu, chatting. Then another girl comes. I shouldn't give these people's real name. We'll call her Squirt. I don't know. Fuck it. No, that's demeaning. Hypnoparacel? Whoa. This rocks. I will actually sell the Batterella for that. Flame shirt. I already have a flame shirt, don't I? Is this a different color? No, it's the same. Okay, then I'll just sell this flame shirt. I don't know. She just came. She didn't came. She didn't come. She arrived. And she was just quiet. I mean, I remember her name, but I shouldn't say it publicly. But she's like... She was just quiet. She's like... She's on... What'd she say? She went to some school, but she said it really quietly, so I couldn't hear it. And also, the people that did hear it didn't recognize it. So I don't know if I would have even known it. Which I probably wouldn't have. Add it all up. 1.2k. Yeah. Thanks so much. No. Tom Nook, I want to go pay off my debt to you soon. And like, whatever. And then another person comes. Another girl. Mindy. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know why I'm naming her Mindy. Her name wasn't Mindy. But Mindy comes. Arrives. Excuse me. And then like she's a lot more sociable, a lot more outgoing, a lot more talkative. Yada yada. And you know, talking about whatever. She's asking a lot of questions. We're like, of course, going over shit. But, like, she's I think a landscaper, she said she was. Or that's like what she works in. But I guess, I don't know if she went to school in Boston. No, I think she went to school in Ohio. And then moved to Boston. Oh, I do have a pond? Since when? Damn, I just beans that. Holy fuck. Dude, this is the smallest pond ever. Have I even been to this acre before? I don't know if I've even been here before. I didn't realize we had a pond. Oh shit, a lobster. Crawfish. She's a lot more sociable. She's a lot more talkative. She's asking questions, whatever. Then she's like asking us like, then like another guy comes. We'll call him Don. Fuck it. He comes and then he has like on a watch of some kind. So he comes by this point we're like squeezing. We're not squeezing that bad, but it's starting to get to the point where like it's definitely more people than we had expected. I don't think they've had to pull over a chair yet, but it's certainly like, all right, let's like shuffle into the booth a bit more. I somehow got booth spot right in the square middle. I don't know how I quote unquote lucked out onto that. But so he comes and then at this point it's like there's enough people that the table kind of hits what's the term? Like maximum velocity or whatever. Terminal velocity. Where like there's too many people now to really have just one conversation. Because at this point it's like what? Like 7 people, 6 people or something. And so it very clearly there's like a segmented divide, because it's also like all the Mindy and the quiet girl and the Butch are all like on my left because I'm in the booth facing out. They're all to the left. Bro, fucking get caught. And then to the right is Psychic Pebbles and Cheeton. And then between them is... What did I say his name was? Don? Oh wait, you're not a real fish, are you? You're like a fucking figment of my imagination. Fuck you. So like very clearly what ends up happening, especially because Dawn comes in with a watch, or he comments on Psychic Pebbles' watch is like, then it starts like the table gets divided in spirit. There are two conversations now, and I am square in the middle, and I can, in a sense, participate in either, but I'm also observing both. And so it's like I kind of, for the most part, I kind of get like here and there pulled into the women's conversation, the girls' conversation. And so like at first they're talking about like, you know, like, have you guys done like, because we're all talking about like, what's your experience with this app? It's like, have you done the dating apps? You know, it's like me and the quiet girl are both like, yeah, and whatever. And we kind of talk about our experiences. And she's like, yeah, I've only done it for like a week, but I haven't gone on anything or whatever. And then I'm like, yeah, you know, I've done it, but like it's gone badly or whatever. And they're like, oh, what? And I'm like, well, you know, I gave my theory, which is, I don't think is as much of a theory as I think it's getting more and more commonly agreed upon by people, that like, because like men are fucking crazy, that then, oh, I wanted to sell the Thunder shirt, right? That like they go nuts and then women are more selective, like in response, because also men be fucking crazy sometimes and like dangerous. And then that just makes it harder for like normal guys and whatever. And I think I phrased it in a well enough way that they didn't think I was an incel. But I don't know. Welcome, please do come in. And then Mindy talks about like her one experience with dating apps. She said how she was on them for like 2 weeks or something a while ago. And how she met a guy and was going kind of out with him for like a few weeks, and then he one night started like suey posting and was like, I didn't quite catch what he said, but like a bunch of like very bad shit. And so, like, she had to call 911 and have people go over to him and whatever, and the whole mess and yada yada. And how after that she was just like, nope, I'm done with these apps. And how I guess afterwards he just tried to be like, you're so kind. You know? And then, so there's that. And then, like, and, you know, going around having conversation. What do you do? Blah, 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 blah. What school are you in? Oh, I'm in film school. Blah, 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 blah. What's up with film school? Well, you know, 13 lakes, 130 minutes, blah, 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 blah. Then finally the last person comes. And she is like generic white girl, at least in looks, like generic conventionally attractive white girl. I wasn't paying attention to what I've given him. I don't think I caught any duplicate fish. I think I only caught a duplicate crawfish. And she gets like, just due to seat placement, she gets served up like a sacrificial lamb to the guy's side. And like, she, you know, of course the conspiracy theory, or the extra judgmental person in me wants to say that like, the guy seeing this, you know, conventionally attractive blonde white woman, like made sure to be like, oh, we'll oversee it and put it like right in the middle of them. But so, like, she shows up, and then she's, like, chatting with everyone. This is one of the fish that seem to mysteriously disappear from time to time. Drive fisherman baddie, what? And so then, like, the left versus right side still kind of continues. And then at a certain point, and we order and whatever. I order some wings because of course I'm not fucking with burgers. Because in my mind, it's like, look, I'm not fucking with burgers, but wings also get you messy. So like, this isn't the best idea, I recognize. But, dude, why am I fucking canvas getting updated? I don't fucking care, it's the weekend. You have our deepest, most profound gratitude. Nope, that's all. At a certain point, it's like, it's a toss-up either way. And I genuinely was looking at the menu, and it's like the only other thing that I could have gotten that like I know I would have liked was like a fucking Bavarian pretzel. But like, we're all going out to dinner, man. Like, I'm gonna get a fucking Bavarian pretzel. We're all going out to dinner in this burger place. I'm gonna be the one motherfucker not eating a burger. So instead I got wings, and there was someone else, the Cheeton. I'm just calling him Cheeton. Cheeton also got one. Also got wings. And like, we're talking, whatever. You know, hearing more about these people's shits and kind of, you know, because of how incrementally everyone was coming in, you're hearing a lot of repeat stuff, but like, who gives a fuck? Bro. Dude. I'm so beans at that. Then at a certain point, I guess like what did I say his name was? Dawn and the generic white girl apparently live or work in the same building, and it was like kind of right nearby. Like, they both work in finance, and there's some like building nearby. Or like, one of them works in finance, one of them works in law, and I guess they're both in the same building. And so it was like a kind of small world little thing, whatever. But then at a certain point, because the men had captured her, the white girl, like, I don't know exactly what she said, but she like called out, or like it said like hi to like the opposite side of the table, and it was like oh, right. And so then broke the divide, and we're able to have normal cross conversation, or normal cross table conversation. And like, so she's talking more, whatever. She's she talks about her shit. She's like moved around. She's new to Boston. Getting her bearing. Talk about how like apparently she hasn't used the metro at all. Or like, I don't think she's used it at all. I think she talked about how she's only so far used the bus. And how, like, just something about it, like, I don't know if she's just unwilling to put the effort in or whatever to learn it. Even though it's not that hard to learn. And also, you don't have to learn anything. You need to learn whatever line you're on from whatever stops you go to. That's all you have to know. I used to go in the orange line a lot for therapy, because I would do my appointments in person, and I'll probably try to do that again for insurance reasons, blah, 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 because I love American health insurance system. But, like, I don't fucking remember any of those stops anymore. I don't remember any of them. Not a one. I went to some other thing for, on the metro, last night. The other social app that I went to, which I'll talk about. But like, for that, it was like much further down, and it's like, I don't fucking know the stops at all. You don't need to know the stops, truthfully. Like, if you write a certain number of stops or certain stops frequently, you will learn them, but you don't need to learn them yourself. We have phones. We have phones where you can put into Apple Maps where you want to go and say to use the metro, and it'll tell you exactly which stop to get off at. It's not that hard. But she's saying how she would like coming back from work, walk for like an hour or two, which is crazy to do in Boston. Fucking bananas. We're all like, girl, you gotta learn the subway. And then butch lesbian pipes up about how like, oh yeah, my girlfriend is like super into like works for the MBTA and like that's her hyperfixation, whatever. Yeah, man, dope. Fucking subways. And it was also like, it's so weird. I don't know. Of course, that's like an awkward subject to kind of talk about because of course like the butch lesbian is like fine like joking about it, but it's like one of those things where like for all of us neurotypicals, which I think most of the table was if I had to guess, it's like how do you joke about that in a kind of PC way? I'll say the one recurring thing from this and all these meetups is that everyone was not a culturally insensitive dick. Like there weren't any racists, there weren't any right-wingers that I saw. Well, there was one guy who talked about capitalism a little bit. And I was tempted to poke him to find out where he was at, but it was the Psychic Pebbles guy. But so like blah blah blah. But oh, so like bringing up the hyperfixation, it's like, how do you talk about that? It's like a weird thing to talk about, like as someone hearing it. So it's like, what name did I give her? Mindy? She's like, oh yeah, that's like, well, that's like such like a interesting, healthy hyperfixation. It's like, well, I think that's as good of a response as you can give in that situation, I'll say. You know, the girl's talking about exes or whatever. Great a boot. Yada yada. Then goes back at some point to Psychic Pebbles asking what he does, and so he's talking about like all of his music shit and whatever. And it's like, again, this is where I don't know if it was because I already heard him say it the first time and so I was listening to it again and it felt like he was entitled, but it did like let me just write these to the museum. Ah shit, no, I'm just fully full. What are you? Ew, a cockroach! My pockets are full. Can I just drop the boot? Yeah, I'll come back for that. I don't know. He did seem... I thought of a good way of putting it in the moment. But forgot it. Obviously. Because my brain ain't that good. Because I don't have that kind of brain. Because I don't give brain that good. But he kind of... It seemed like he was talking like he was kind of the shit. He wasn't humble about it at all. Well, I guess he wasn't boasting. But he didn't feel humble. I don't know. That's just me. But then it was like... What was it? There must have been some point where... Oh, he was saying... He said some shit. Then, like, conversation dies down, goes back to left, right. He said some shit of, like... You know, like, hey, you know, all that matters... He, like, kind of unprompted. All that matters is, like, where you can get your bread at. Like, how you can get your bread. And, like... The white girl didn't hear him and was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you know, just like whatever you can do to just get your bread up, you know, max that out or some shit. And I'm like, Yeah, capitalism. Because, like, the way he's talking about it, I don't know if I've ever in person ran into someone who's like, yeah, dude, genuinely, like, who genuinely is like, yeah, all that matters is, like, making money. I don't think I've ever, who, like, says that unironically. I don't think I've ever run into someone in person who is actually like that. And so, like, I'm like, yeah, capitalism in a kind of, like, ironic way, obviously. It's one of the fish that seem to mysteriously disappear. And, like, he's like, yeah, dude, capitalism. He's like, yeah. And, like, white girl thinks my joke is funny. She's like, yeah, capitalism. But he's like, yeah, dude. You know, whatever. And I was like, oh? And so I wanted to poke that more, but I didn't. Because, like, conversations shifted or whatever. And I couldn't think of anything to even poke about it. But so keep talking, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Of course I'm forgetting details now because it was 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago? 2 nights ago. Then food comes. Have I donated a bass? I don't think I have. Just like a bass. Oh. Okay, then I'll take it back. Sorry. Food comes out for everyone. Seems like everyone, it's like kind of mid. Like, it's not bad. But it's like a 3 out of 5. So it's like, okay, whatever. Is that a cockroach? How repugnant, how foul. I will never understand why we're required to include cockroaches in our collection. Well, who am I to question management? Damn, Blathers, you fucking hate fish. No, that's all. At a certain point, they're like, alright, so like... The white girl's like, alright, so like, what's like the... Because I think this was also her first time doing one of these. She's like, alright, so like, what's the thing about like going to get drinks after or whatever? Now, like, the whole time I was thinking to myself, like, there are icebreakers that we have. That like, that it gives you, I guess. But I guess this was such a good enough group that it wasn't a big deal.
Stay away from me. I'll totally make you regret it if you don't.
Okay.
Stay away from me.
I'll totally make you regret it if you don't, little hair. Okay, fine. Y'all just be mad. Just fucking stay mad for all I give a fuck. For all I fucking care. For all I... Cause I don't give a fuck. Hi. I want to sell shit. White girl's like, alright, so like, what's the thing? Like, what's the mood after, like, for going out to get drinks or something? And the guys who have done it before are like, you know, it kind of depends on the group and whatever. Have I donated a Crucian Carp yet? I don't know if I have. I haven't really been paying attention. Can I see on here if I've donated it or not? Barbell Steed, Crucian Carp. No, I can't. Alright, I'll just go check at the museum itself. They're like, oh, you know, it depends on the group, whatever. And they're like, oh, well, we're down. And then, like, me and the butch lesbian are like, we're not 21. And they're like, oh, really? Because, like, they had gone around and said ages earlier, but I guess people forgot or whatever. It was like, the two of us were 20. Then, like, 3 or 4 people were 21. And then Mindy and the white girl were 22. Because they had both graduated and were now, like, coming to Boston for work. Okay, have I given you a capricious carp? Crucian carp? Oh, yeah, I have. So they're like, okay. And it's like, alright, what do we do now? There's definitely a lot of details here I'm forgetting, which is unfortunate. Because it was an interesting evening. For sure. I mean, it's like everyone there was like kind of a character in their own right. Like, whatever. But so then it's like, okay, so we're going to, so now it's like time to go, whatever. They're trying to pay for the check. And it's like, white girl is kind of being beast as fuck. And that she's just gonna pay for it. She's willing to just pay for it. And then have all of us Venmo her back. Which is like dope, right? Like, I mean, like, as a thing to do, it's pretty commonplace. But like, you know, we're all a bunch of fucking strangers. It's not like she was gonna stand there hawking at us to like make sure that we paid her back. But it's like, that was cool of her to do. But so she's going to do that. Everyone like understands. Except for Psychic Pebbles. Who just like can't quite wrap his head around it and keeps insisting on paying like with his own card. Like, it takes him a while to understand that that's what we're gonna do. Because, you know, it's like 8 people. It'd be hard. You don't want to ask them to divide up the check 8 ways based on, like, what everyone ordered and whatever. And I guess the white girl got, like, steak frites or whatever they are. Frites. Well, I don't understand what they are. I don't think I've actually had one of those before. But it's like definitely a costlier thing than a fucking appetizer of wings. So she's fine doing that. Which is again, kind of beast. Kind of based. But it takes him a while to understand what we're doing. And then like he's trying to like get the waiter to come over and like give us all separate checks. It's like, no, we're not doing that because like that's annoying. But then he... I guess, like, I don't know. I guess his app wasn't working or some shit. And so he didn't think he'd be able to. So what they settle on is just that he'll have a separate check and then she'll cover the rest of us and then we'll pay her back. And so we did, and whatever. Paid her back on Venmo. And then, like, it's like, okay, what are we doing now? Are we doing anything now? And so the decision is made is that there's a JP Licks down the street. So we'll go to that. And so we go to that. And so then we're leaving. And then like... Sorry. Then like... Psychic Pebbles, man. It's like he's dipping. Okay. Look, I'll say he didn't... Besides the one weird reaction to me making a joke about capitalism, in that his like... seemingly unironic like for it, which like isn't evil, of course. He didn't do anything explicitly wrong, but by the end I was kind of getting weird vibes. It was also a good moment standing up and realizing how much fucking taller I was than everyone. That was dope. That was a dope moment, I'll say. Because of course it was like I was sitting when pretty much everyone came and sat down. There wasn't a moment I was standing at the same time as everyone else at first. So standing up and realizing that I was like a full head taller than everyone. Kinda sick. But so like Psychic Pebbles leaves. I mean, sorry. He hadn't done anything explicitly wrong, but I was just getting weird vibes. I don't know if I correctly, despite having a Y chromosome, realized that he was mansplaining I don't know if it was just something else or whatever. But he just had like weird vibes. Oh shit. So he had to go. Womp womp. I think also he may have had to go because of like he didn't want to eat ice cream or some shit. I was like, bro, if you're socially depraved enough that you're getting on an app to meet random strangers, like, look, I'll give my takeaway about this more. I realize that it's not just, you're not just doing this just to meet, like, to like find friends or something. But like, if you're doing it, like, you also got to recognize, like, you're in no position to fucking turn down another event to, like, go meet people. IMO. So, like, I went along for ice cream. Even though it kind of felt like it, like, for a brief moment, it felt like it was, like, a just the girlies kind of thing. Like, I came along. Now, look, I'll say that for this event in particular, I don't think I did a good enough job at talking. Like, when I talked, I was fine. Dude, this canker sore is really annoying me. When I talked, it was fine. But, like, I don't think I did a good enough job at, like, consistently talking. And, like, actually making my presence kind of there. Which is an L. But, only so much you could do. But, so, like, I go join them for ice cream. Don also goes to leave, but on the way out, he asked me for my Instagram, which, like, I'm kind of surprised by in the moment. But, like, I gave it to him. I do give it to him. He follows me and whatever. I mean, he seemed nice. It was like, I don't know who was the Indian person, I'll say. Like, Chetan definitely had, like, you know, I'll say he was the least white in appearance. And, like, he had a pretty strong accent. But, like, I think him and Don were both raised outside of the US, I think. I think they might have both been Indian. Or does India count as the Middle East? I don't know if it does. But he might have also been, you know, and I didn't quite pick up on where people's ethnicities were. Why did I bring this up? I don't remember. Let me donate the bell cricket and the salmon. But so, like, Don leaves, but he gives me his Instagram. He follows me on Instagram. Because I assume he, if I had to guess, he's really playing this as, like, a networking game. I mean, not to, like, not in a superficial way, necessarily. Like, I don't think he, like, gave it. I don't think he disliked us. That's a bell cricket. That's not necessary. Oh, okay, but good. But like he was definitely trying to max it out. Bro, stop fucking updating the canvas. I don't want it. I have class tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I don't want to think about it till then. I already did my homework. Fuck off. Blah. Dude, it's 10:40. Holy fuck. Yeah, I have a salmon. Blathers, I have a salmon. Who? Bro, it's not a common fish. Is it a common fish? Alright. Nope. But so, like, he has me on Instagram. Like, look, at that point in the interaction, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was not, like, expressly really fucking with anyone there. And I mean that fucking in, like, I say really. Like, they were all, like, fine. They were all nice. But, like, except for Psychic Pebbles. I got bad vibes from him. But it wasn't like I was really gelling with anyone. And then, like, the two of the girls who I thought were pretty, like, both of them had boyfriends. So it's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go for there. Because, like, also, let's be real. Like, look, I think it's naive. You know, I don't know. Look, I have my own little shit with dating, which I haven't really talked about publicly, nor do I really want to. But, like, look, if a girl's pretty, fuck it. Why not see if you can go on a date? Even if you don't feel like you're necessarily fucking with them. Because, like, who knows? Maybe the vibe's good when it's one-on-one. Did I donate a red snapper? Hold on, let me go check. But it was like they both had boyfriends, so it's like, okay. No, like, look. Do I say fuck them after that? No. But it's like, okay, I don't have, you know, as much desire to try to follow up because it's like I'm already not super gelling with you. It's not like I'm not, or like I'm against you or anything. Have I donated a red snapper? Okay, yeah, I have. But so, like, we walk down the street, go to JP Licks. Standing in line, whatever. I'm talking with white girl a bit. I don't know. I think I did a fine job at showing my personality. Because, like, in the few moments where I was like, oh, so film school. So tell me about film school. Because, like, that was one thing white girl did earlier at the dinner. And it's like, well, you know, I don't love it, but whatever. It's like, but this. So what does it mean? What's film? What does it mean to be film school? Oh, have you heard about 13 Lakes? You know, run that gambit again. So it's this film. It's 130 minutes, and you know, it's 13 different shots, each for 10 minutes of, or every 10 minutes, there's a new shot of a lake. Pretty self-explanatory. And then they kind of get the message. And you get a reaction each time of people being like, what? No way. Do people actually watch that? Yeah, it's about minimalist film. Whatever. Like, whatever. Like, I think I did a fine job at, like, showing off my personality when I was talking. I just didn't talk enough. So, like, I don't think anyone thought of me as a dick. Well, I don't know. I don't think so. I could tell when I was leaving, I heard them talking about me behind my back. But I wasn't sure if they were talking about me or the banana shirt. But, like, who gives a fuck? Whatever. But so, go to JP Licks. I'm talking with white girl a little bit. Because we're, like, the two people in the back of the line. Oh, you're cool. Okay, we are getting quite full in here, though. Okay, I don't fuck with you. Let's go pay off the debt. I'm, like, talking with her, whatever. Because she was charming. And then, like... Oh, I should say that Chiton also stuck around. I thought he was gonna leave. He seemed like he was leaving, but he just kind of silently stuck around without saying much. So I was like, okay, sure. He did lag behind a bit though. But so, like, we all go to JP Licks. I get some, like, mint cookie ice cream or whatever. It was mid. I mean, it was fine. It was ice cream, but it wasn't, like, good ice cream. It wasn't, like, ice cream that was like, fuck yeah. It was like, alright, that's ice cream. That's sugar. She got, like, a cookie. Other people got other ice cream. the person behind the counter at JP Licks kept referring to me as Banana because of the banana shirt. Again, the banana shirt. It's a good shirt because it gets people talking. I guess that's true. I don't know if it makes me look a little bit too chungusy, but I think it's cool. I mean, there was someone else at the diner who also complimented me about the shirt. Hey, the banana shirt, it works. It gets the people going. It gets people thinking, and really that's all you can ask for. I'm paying off my debt, right? The canker store is really annoying me. I don't know what I could have gotten it from. Normally it's when I eat something too much or drink something too much. I can't think of anything that I've been consuming too much of. Alright. Let's pay off all of it. Here's all of it. I want to expand so that I can store more fucking gyroids. You paid it all off. That's no fun. Thanks. So, do you need anything else? No. Okay, close the door. Alright, let's go talk to Tom Nook, see if we can start the upgrade now, or if we need to wait until tomorrow. Yes! I've paid off all of my loan. I'm completely debt-free. Let's go over to Tom Nook. I don't know if I have to wait until he mails me something, or if I can talk to him now to ask for the upgrade. Fish. No. But so I'm at JP Licks. We're all just like kind of sitting outside, and it's very much like girl talk. Not like in what they were talking about specifically, but it was just like that was the vibe. It was like girl chatty, whatever. Me and Chiton were just sitting there listening, chilling. They were all sitting on the steps. My ass didn't feel like bending, sitting down, and also there was out of steps. There's also the tables outside were taken up. And so I was like stanced up on the side of one thing, eat my ice cream. A Lamentoid, right, I'm gonna sell you. What time is it? 7:49? Okay. Are tarantulas in this game? I don't know. But like, whatever, they're talking about shit. Then, I knew you'd... Folks, I knew you'd pay it all back, Jake. Never doubted. You're quite responsible for someone your age. Is this your way of telling me your house is too small? Don't be shy. It's normal to want a bigger home. It's just animal nature. Well, if you like, I can remodel it for you. I can easily make it bigger. Then you'll be able to fit a lot more furniture in it. And with more furniture comes more happiness. So how about it? Please. It would be you. Yeah. What color roof? Ooh. Can I do like a blue? Another color. I want blue. Blue's a fine color. It's a fine color. It's a good color. Alright, so it should be finished tomorrow. Dope. Bye. Did I sell my shit? No, I didn't. Oops. Butch low-key starts trauma dumping. I don't remember about what. They also trauma dumped about one other thing earlier. I mean, I don't know. I kind of hate the idea of trauma dumping. Like, the concept of it. Not like I hate it when people trauma dump. Like, I don't know. Like... I get it. It's like talking about something way too personal, a situation where you shouldn't. But I don't know. I guess I haven't really been in a situation where there's someone who I was like, I'm not fucking with you, so your trauma dumping feels weird. Well, okay, I wasn't super fucking with them. so their trauma dumping did feel a little odd. But like, whatever. But then they started all talking about like tattoos. If they were to get a tattoo, what would you get? You know, what is your tattoos? Oh, I got this and this. Any of you have tattoos? Nope. You know, blah, 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 blah. Oh, my mom. My mom does this. My mom does that. My mom has hella tattoos. My mom did this. My mom is kicked out of all these Walmarts. Cool, man. Dope. Whatever. Then, then Butch Lesbian starts talking about their experience, because they're like talking about like the pain of getting tattoos and shit. And so then Butch Lesbian starts talking about their experience getting their top surgery. And man, does that shit sound miserable. I think that is like, I think really, if you're willing to go through that, no one should be doubting you about whether or not you actually feel that way. You know? Because what was it? They were saying how, like, they had to, like, for 2 weeks or something, like, whenever they slept, they had to sleep upright. And they were saying how, like, they had to, for a while, have, like, 2 giant tubes be, like, pumped into their chest to, like, suck out, like, all the blood and pus. Pus? All the pus. But all the pus and everything from after the surgery. And how, like, I guess the way it works when you do the top surgery is they just, like, take your nipples off. And then they just, like, resize them and then just put them back on after they, like, you know, take out your shit. Like, where they think they should go. Again, man. Crazy. Again, that sounds fucking miserable to me. But look, I was a little kid who sucked up getting braces on so that I'd have better looking teeth. I didn't like it. It was something my mom forced on me, but I did it. Like, if it's that important to you, I don't think going to orthodontist is comparable really to, you know, gender dysphoria, but you get the point. If you're willing to go through that, then fuck it, good for you. Fuck it, go through that. Live your best life, even if it sounds incredibly torturous. If it's worth it, you do it, bestie. But so then at this point, so I had also been tapped. A friend of mine had invited me to one of their friends' birthday parties, which was Friday night. And it was supposed to be, like, it wasn't going to be like a full party, but it was like a little bit of a party. And so I got invited as a +1. Now I felt, so it was also, it's a different friend of mine's roommate who I had met before. Of course, it's been like a year or two, but I hadn't met her before. But I'm gonna be honest, it felt like we weren't really fucking with each other the few times we had met before. And like, also, it's like, it's her fucking birthday party. I feel weird coming in as someone who like knows them barely. And so, I don't know, I felt conflicted about it. But my friend ultimately convinced me to go. I was like, are you sure? Like, I wouldn't mind if you, like, take one of your other friends as your +1 who you're closer with, or, like, your boyfriend or whatever. She's like, no, I want you to meet my friends. It's like, all right, thanks. But so I had to go to that, and that was at 9. Or it was supposed to be at 9. And, by this point, at JP Licks, it was like 9:03 or something. And so I was trying to find a good time to leave, and there wasn't really one. But also, like, I wasn't adding much to the fucking conversation. I was sitting there doing the like smiles and the whatever and the normal reactions of the conversation. Like I wasn't being awkward, I don't think, but I wasn't contributing. So it was like right after Butch Lesbian talks about how like, says how one time they fell over in their sleep while they're sleeping upright and like knocked out one of their tubes and it just led to blood and pus spilling everywhere. I was like, well, on that beautiful note, I need to get going. And I was like, oh, but it's nice meeting you, blah, 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 blah. They're like, oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Then as I'm walking away, and I'm like out of earshot, I was like, it was nice meeting you guys, and then like, blah, blah, blah. And then, I mean, I didn't know what more to say, but I was like, all right, good night. And then I walked off. And I could hear them talking about me. I don't know what exactly they said. I couldn't make that out. I think they said something about the banana shirt. If I had to guess from like tone, it was probably like someone wasn't really fucking with me, or they were all like, oh, he seemed nice or whatever, and like blah blah blah. Those like kind of assessments. It was like a whatever. It's like, all right, fine. You know, it's like I didn't see any huge connections being made there, so I don't feel upset about it. And it's also like I stayed for as long as I could, and maybe I could have said something about like, oh, you know, I need to go. Like if they're not fucking with me that much after like some simple little interaction or whatever, and who gaff? Kinda. Who gaff? I wasn't really fucking with them that much. So like, you know, it's like it's soft connections. But then I was getting on the subway and I was like, damn, I kind of wish that I had, like, it would kind of be dope, even though like I don't see any of us being a longtime fucking friends. I will say that like after the death of Charlie Kirk, one thing that's kind of been interesting is going on Instagram and being reminded of all these fucking people who, like, you know, I knew very briefly in high school or middle school or whatever. And of course they're posting about how heartbroken they are about Charlie Kirk. I already did this rock, didn't I? So like that's less cool, but it's kind of neat to just have to use social media as like a, yeah, look at all these random fucking people who I like kind of know. So I was leaving and I was like kind of a little bit bummed that I didn't get anyone with social media besides Dawn. And I was like, wait, the girl I Venmo'd, I could get hers. Like I could probably find her on Instagram or whatever, because like that was, her Venmo was her name. It wasn't like Pussy Slayer 69. So I went and I was gonna follow her on Instagram and I was staring at it for a bit, really thinking about it. And I was like, should I? Like, I don't know. Like, I realize I'm like a guy who is kind of quiet. This is like a conventionally attractive woman. I get that, like, I wasn't saying all that much, so it might be this thing of like, ooh, is this guy being like a little creepy or whatever? But I was at the end, I was just like, fuck it. And so I just requested to follow her on Instagram. And then like 8 hours later, no, 12 hours later, she followed me back. Like, oh yeah. But so there's that. So that was something. I'll say mini review of that. That was a good experience. It was surprisingly fun. Now, do I think that it is a good way to meet people that I might actually get along with? I don't know. Off of that interaction alone, I am pessimistic. I would doubt it. Because that was like, it was interesting meeting these people and talking with them and whatever. But it felt very superficial, kind of. Or it felt like it only had the potential to stay superficial. Like, it didn't feel like there would be any lifelong connections, at least from this one group of people. And again, I guess that's a hasty generalization off of this one group of people. But, you know, whatever. However, it was still fun. It was still a good time. I'll mail this to someone. Who was asking me for some shit earlier? Was it Cherry or was it Carmen? Or was it Kiki? Or was it Olivia? Fuck, I don't remember. I'll send it to Olivia. Saw this and thought of you. Wait, hold on. Is that space? That is. Why do they have it there? Do they not have numbers? Oh, there. Is there like a heart? Oh, there is also a heart. And then you're a bunny. Great, we have a gift for Olivia. I mean, I could just sell it, but whatever, who gives a fuck? There's more to life than money. Just don't ask Mr. Music Man. But it was fine. It was, however, like, look, even if I'm not gonna make a lifelong connection through that, it was still a good time. And it still scratched the socializing itch. So, like, it was good. Definitely. I had a good time. And, like, I am gonna try to do it again. I think I already signed up for one, I don't know, next Friday or something. But so, like, that was that. It was a good time. Whatever. Again, no lifelong connections, but who gives a fuck? Still a good time nonetheless. We're not on this earth to, you know, make lifelong connections necessarily. We're on this earth to fart around. As Kurt Vonnegut so wisely put it. So, like, whatever. Oh, a good time. Who gives a fuck? Then came back. And so I get back around, like, 9:15 probably. And it's freaking party time. Well, it's supposed to be. But I'm waiting for my friend. Because she's a freaking girl, and girls drool, and they freaking take a while to get ready. Even though you would think it would just be putting your top on, or whatever your specific outfit is, and then makeup. Which would take max, I would think, 10 minutes. In my mind. I mean, I don't know. It feels like it wouldn't take that long. I'll say. But so I'm just here dicking around, kind of waiting. I turn on some editing, do some editing work. And it's also like the birthday party's supposed to be like, it's like green and pink themed. So you're supposed to dress up in green and pink. Now, I hadn't done laundry since getting here. I did some today, but I hadn't done any. So I was like, fuck, I don't have anything pink and green. I have like a pink shirt and a green shirt and a green long sleeve shirt, but they were all dirty. And then I have a green sweater, but again, well, it wasn't dirty. But it's like, am I gonna wear a sweater indoors? And so I also don't know, like, look, I realize that I am a guest in this place. I realize that I am an outsider coming here. I can't position the camera. So, like, I'm minding my P's and Q's. So I'm like, all right, I need green. So what do I have that's green? Well, I really only have the sweater. And then I do have a shirt, which... Let me get it real quick. Ugh. I do have this shirt. But that's not green. It's white. It just has green on it. So what I did is I got my green sweater and then I put that on as the undershirt. Cause I be a sweater. I be sweating. So like, I don't wanna, that's a lovely carpet. Let me see it. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. What's the wall print? Let me see it. Oh, that's actually nice. Yeah, I'll get that. I'll buy it. I don't want more raffle tickets. Do I need any stationery? What flowers do you have in stock? Purple pansy? I'll get a purple pansy. White cosmos. I don't want white cosmos. So I'm trying to mind my P's and Q's, so I get on that outfit. I'm a little bit concerned because I'm like, look, it's gonna be going in a dorm. Or we're gonna be in a dorm. The dorms, or the suites, are pretty small. At least in my experience so far. Not as big as you would think. At least my suite. Aw, cute. So like, I'm a little concerned, but it's like, look, if I need to take the sweater off, I can. Okay, it is very cramped in here. I don't really have a solution though. I guess I'm not really wearing the clothes, but like... I don't know, I'd like to hold on to them. Kind of just grabbing whatever comes to me. Is there anything new on the bulletin board? The fall sports season is almost here. Since my schedule doesn't allow me to participate, I expect all of you to pick up the slack. Oh, okay. Sure, Petey. Whatever you say. I put the manor wall up, so I have the citrus wall, which I guess I'll sell. Store an item. No. Okay. So I go to this party. I also feel weird. Again, I feel weird and out of place going there because it's like I don't really know the person. I get that this is a kind of normal thing, going to someone's party, to someone's birthday party when you don't know the person. I get that it's kind of normal. I still don't like it. I still feel out of place. So I'm like, I'm trying to make up for my appearance. Even though, like, I think she asked for permission to bring me as a +1. And it was granted. But so I go. Well, again, trying to justify my existence there. So beforehand, I go and I get some Oreos so that I can bring them. So it's like, hey, I feel like I'm bringing something at least. Trying to think, what fish? Might there be new fish out? It's 8 o'clock. I would think the nighttime fish would come out at probably like midnight. So I don't know if there's really any new fish. Excuse me. So I get the Oreos, and then I'm just sitting waiting in the lobby for a while. Probably like 10 minutes or something. 10, 15 minutes. Just waiting for my friends. Because they also go to pick up something. They go to pick up beverages. They go to pick up some soda. I don't know where they got it. They just told me they were going to pick it up. Hey, soda's always nice for a party. So I meet up with them. They eventually come down because we're in the same dorm building. They eventually come down to the lobby, and then I meet up with them, and then I join them. And then conveniently, I realized that there was a girl who I was kind of talking with in one of my classes that, I mean, like, barely talking with. We had, like, one, like, lighthearted activity together. One, like, a directing activity. But I realized she's, also friends with, or she's friends with my friend. So it's like, hey, neat. And I'll say that she's pretty. Like, whatever. Who knows? But so, go over with them to the other dorm where the party is. I go there. We go up. Whatever. I tell them how, like, when I was kind of getting close back to Emerson, like, there were a good number of people who I saw, like, out walking around on the sidewalk in green and pink. So I was like, maybe there's gonna be a lot of people. So I go up, we enter, and immediately my other friend, who's roommates with this person, oh, I don't have a slingshot yet. She spots me from across the place because she's like, they have like a common room. It's like you enter, there's like a small little common room, and then there's 2 doubles, I think, and then a bathroom. So you enter to the right, there's a little hallway. If you look left, double. Behind you, bathroom. Further right, second double. But so I enter, across the way I see my friend, and I'll say that she's had some soda. She is like stunned to see me. And so she comes over, and I think this is definitely the most carbonated she's ever been. And it wasn't that carbonated. She only had like, how do I want to keep up this metaphor? She only had like 2 swigs of old Coke. We'll phrase it like that. But that's, I guess, much more than she's normally had. And also, she's like 5'2". So, you know, 2 swigs of old Coke for me would probably be a lot different than 2 swigs of old Coke for her. Freshwater goby seem to mysteriously disappear. Yep. I have no fear. Good. Cool. But so like she's a little quirked up because she's carbonated. And she gives me a dorm tour. And at this point, like the friend who I went with, we kind of get like separated. There's not like that many people there, to be fair. There's maybe 10 people or something. But it's like the friend who I came with, she like goes over to like kind of sit on the couch with her to chat with her friends in the more common area. and I get like stolen. Because like, look, when you're at a party and you don't know anyone, at least in my opinion, the norm is, and I think this is the general opinion, the norm is that you fucking cling to the person you do know until if when you make a connection. I beans that. That was probably just Red Snapper though. And so like I got stolen though from the person who I think it was assumed I would cling to. So like I get a dorm tour, whatever, yada yada. My carbonated friend is she's having a good time seemingly. And then go back, and then it's just a lot of like hanging out with them. And so like I hang out more with her, and then like she reintroduces me to some of her friends who I had met previously, but it had been a while. And then I tell them how, I don't know if I ever talked about this on stream, but how when I was hanging out with this friend and some of her other friends, there was one time where they were all like, okay, let's go around in a circle and make the weirdest noise you can think of. And I told this again to my friend recently, because this happened like a year ago or something at this point. I told her about this recently, and she's like, there's no way we did that. I'm like, yeah, you did that. But so I'm reintroduced to her other friends, two people who were there. And then I'm like, do you remember this? And they like vaguely do. But hey, I got, my mission served its purpose of embarrassing my friend. But so like continue there and hanging out there, and she's like overthinking. There's like some guy she knows or she's met like once or twice who she thinks is cute. And apparently she constantly keeps going back and forth on whether or not he's the chuz or the huz. But she's like overthinking asking him out. And like I am, I don't got fuck all to do. So I'm like giving advice and like whatever, it's a fun time. And like, because I think she's normally an anxious person by spirit, but also the sugar was making her overthink a little bit extra. And so like, whatever. She was being silly. She was being goofy. I have a funny recording of her singing along to the music video for Hasbin Hotel that I took of her coyly. And like, whatever. It was a good time. I think the friend that took me there was surprised by how much I was hanging out with my carbonated friend. But it was like, whatever. I think, for one, she just hadn't seen us, like, actually hang out together before. But, like, also, it was like, whatever. It's all lighthearted. It's all fun. My friend afterwards was like, oh, you were all over her. And I'm like, would you have rathered I'd been all over you? I was just clinging to who I knew. And I was like, but introduce me to your other friend. But that was kind of that. At a certain point, I was like, it was like the party actually started when I got there. Yeah, the party started when I got there. That's when the party started. No, for me, the party started, of course, when I got there, which was like 10 o'clock. And like by midnight, like my other friend left around like 11, maybe 11:30. And, I'm drinking a little bit of soda as well. But like, my other friend leaves around like, yeah, like I said, like 11 or 11:30. She gives me all of her soda cups that she had half finished. I'm like, hey, sugar. So it was a good time. But then around midnight, it seemed like things were dying down a bit. And I was like, okay, I don't want to be someone, like, as a +1 to the person who's already left. Like, I don't want to overstay my welcome. So I dip. I did see though that people were really fucking with the Oreo, so much so that I didn't even get an Oreo. I was before like halfway, or no, maybe 75% of the way through when I was there. I went to see if I could grab an Oreo. Them shits were gone. Gone. Fucking gone. Like, alright. Unfortunate. But, no, it was a good time. It was a good time. It was a fun little party experience. And so then I came back. I did some more editing work. And then that was kind of that for the night. So the next day, which is yesterday. Most of the day, whatever. Fucking whatever. Whatever, just like doing editing work, yada yada. Then I have on a different meeting people app. This was on Meetup, which is I think a bit like Eventbrite, which is like an events app. But it's like, which I had downloaded previously and then deleted because there was fuck all to do for it in Florida. But there's a lot more to do with it in Boston, so I re-downloaded it yesterday. But like, it's like, it's for like, it's a bit like Eventbrite, but it's like more for like you can like join groups of people who like hang out and do events regularly or something. And so I go through that, and there's some, I don't know, I signed up for some like fucking festival, or there's some, it was like River Fest at Assembly Row or some shit. And it was this thing of like, there's some festival, some like music festival thing. Finally, I'm done. See you later.
Nintendo.
All right. Okay, Dolphin, stop freezing. Stop fucking freezing. We're also gonna swap to Silk Song. Because I have more story to tell. We're gonna swap to fucking Skong. Dolphin, I would rather you not crash. I would rather close you normally so that I know it saved my progress, or at least I hope it saved my progress. But yeah, it's like this festival at Assembly Row or something. It's supposed to be this music festival with like some shops as well or whatever. And it's like a whole day event thing, but I signed on specifically for like the evening. Like it's like, this is like a whole like day, this event, this festival is like this whole thing, but I signed on for like this meeting of people in the evening or whatever. Sorry, I was just really thirsty. But so I go to this. It's like a 30-minute ride on the subway. Which isn't horrible. But it's also not fun. But so I go to this, and then while I'm going to this, I look back on the Time Left app, and I see that in the app there's some way where you can like rate the people who you hung out with on like a 1 to 5 scale. And depending on what you choose, it can like match you with the person and then like set you up for a text conversation or whatever. And so like I'm doing it. I'm not admittedly paying super attention to the people's names. It's like saying I'm paying like a little bit of attention, but it's also like I didn't rate anyone negative. I would have probably rated Psychic Pebbles negative, but okay, I guess no fucking games are liking my computer today. I guess my computer just doesn't like video games today. It's not responding. Wait for the program to respond. Alright, I'll do full here. Oh, I'm on Savage Beastfly. I forgot about that. I don't have the map either. Should I equip some shit while I'm here? Maybe swap from compass. Let's go. No, I swapped off the weighted belt. I don't know. Let's do it. And then we'll get the dead man's purse. But so I go to this thing. So I show up, and it's like very clearly, it seems like a farmer's market kind of thing. But the farmer's market is over. It's like, I guess the event had been going since noon. And so a lot of the people who were supposedly coming, for like the specific meetup had come earlier because it was like this whole event and stuff. But it's winding down now because it is like 5 or 6 o'clock at night. I think it's 6 o'clock at night. And so like there were some booths there, but they're all getting packed up. There was like, I think like an obstacle course or something. That's really embarrassing. That's, oh my god. Ow. Bro, where did my fucking string go? Did I not spawn in with any? But so like people are packing up, and so there's like a Cafe Nero and then like some barbecue place, and like in between them a little fire pit. And so we're supposed to meet at this fire pit. So it's like, I don't know, 5:45. You're supposed to meet at 6. I'm there. Hell, I might have gotten there at like 5:30. I'm there, and I'm like, okay, where are people? Because there's supposed to be some guy who's there, and he's gonna have an LED sign. I'm like, what the fuck is an LED sign? So I'm sitting there, walking around, looking around. There's not really people there. I'm like, all right, I'll just sit and wait for a bit. I sit and wait for a bit, still walking around, not really seeing anyone. You know, at a certain point, I'm starting to think like, all right, what if I was just fucking pranked? Or not pranked, I guess, but scammed. Okay, we're playing this safe and slow. I want to see if I can get a hit off there. Oh, shit. Okay, so phase 2. Oh, now you track onto me. I see. Oh, fuck off. Really? Oh, but you can kill him. Oh, shit. No. Hey, too many enemies. Okay, well, he solved that for me. Ah, shit. Okay, but we're making good progress. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the last phase or the second to last phase. But so I'm there, I'm standing around, waiting around. Starting to wonder, alright, what if the people just don't fucking show up? Also, the instructions of where the meeting place was were ultimately pretty simple, but came across very confusing. It was like, go to meeting point A. Meeting point A is in between Cafe Nero and the barbecue place at the fire pit. Here's an image of that, of like a self-made diagram of the place. And it's like, it got to the point where it was like a little confusing, of like, okay, like actually what the fuck? But I'm like, alright, whatever. So I'm kind of sitting there, and then as I'm like, I walk over to the other side of the Cafe Nero, wondering if like, at this point it like started to rain a bit. Like very light drizzles. But I'm like, okay, I wonder if, oh, really? Okay, why do you track? Why do you track? You weren't tracking before. Oh. Shit. So I'm standing there, standing around, and I'm like, all right, maybe they went inside the Cafe Nero. I go to the side of the Cafe Nero. I don't see any LED sign or anything. Because I also saw like a group of people go inside the Cafe Nero. So I'm like, I don't know. So then I'm walking out, and then I overhear someone say, oh, is this where the meetup is? And then someone else being like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, oh, shit, this is where the meetup is. Okay. It's like this group of like, I don't know, maybe 5 people, all in their 30s, if not 40s, standing there. It's like one woman, if I had to guess, played soccer in high school. One guy who's like the leader, he has this like small LED little like kind of pin thing, like a small pin display on, which has a sign that I guess is for the meetup, but wasn't, I don't know, I don't think I read it and actually explained anything to me, or it like made sense. Okay, already phase 2. Bro, this boss is actually not that hard. Once you just start taking it slow. Okay, that wasn't working. Okay, that was dumb. Fuck. Okay, now we have a problem. You just non-stop charge? That's your last phase? You non-stop charge. That's tough. But so it's this small group of like, I don't know, 5 people. Okay. There's one guy who's like, I don't know, maybe like 6'2", 6'3". And he has like, hello. Silk Song. God damn it, Xbox controller. Can you fucking work? You're not working. You're not working. Why aren't you working? Bro, it's something about my hard drive and fucking controllers. It doesn't make any sense, dude. Why are you not working? Alright, let's try this cable. This might be a micro USB only data. Or only power. Okay, no, the fucking controller is just not working. Is one of the batteries loose? Oh, the batteries died. Oh. Do I have replacement batteries? I don't actually know if I do. Can I raw plug you in without a replacement battery? Can you just be powered by the micro USB? Maybe. Or maybe not. It's powered, but it's not actually, like, working. Ah, motherfucker. Bro, nothing is working. Hello? Great, it's working. I just need to shut down my computer after tonight, I think. Okay. So is this the meetup? Yeah. It's like 5 people. Oh. There's like one guy, bigger guy. Bit of an accent. Somewhere Latin. I wouldn't be able to place it exactly. Who is like the organizer of this. And I think it's fine. I could say, yeah, his name is Caesar. I don't know. He kind of seemed like the shit. He was like the organizer for all of these. Or like, I guess in charge of like the group that was organizing this. That's really embarrassing. Okay, take it slow. Okay, phase 2. Phase 3. What are you doing? Shit. Ah, damn it. Bad heals. Bad heals. Bad heals. I don't know. There were like a few different people. There was this guy. There was another guy. We'll call him Gary. He's not really that important, so there's no point in naming him, but he had Russian accent. Said he grew up in the Soviet Union. I talked with him a little bit. I mean, these are all people in their 30s or 40s. I said 30s. I was talking to someone else later on, a character who I'll go into more detail about later on, and I was like, oh no, it was a lot of fun hanging out with a bunch of people in their 30s. She was like, that might be generous. But like, he was like this guy, he's like a software engineer, grew up in the Soviet Union. The fact that he called it the Soviet Union is pretty indicative of how old he is, I guess. But I was also wearing my union shirt, my like unionized shirt, the Hassan one. And so like he commented on that, like asking like what a union entails. And I'm like not the fucking best person to talk about it, I'll admit. Like, I don't fucking know. I mean, I know, but I don't really. Fuck. Oh, this is bad. Oh, you're bad. Yeah. But he's like a software engineer. He was trying to understand like what unions are. Or like, what do they do? And I'm like, oh, you know, well, like, it's when all the workers come together and they can, like, I didn't want to say collective bargaining, because that's, like, a buzzword in and of itself. But I was like, then they can like push together for like better money or better quality or whatever, better hours. Like, is that for private or public? And I'm like, both. I think also the way he was saying private and public companies is different than the technical sense. Like, like a public company would be like the government, for example. I don't think he meant it like that. I think maybe he meant it for just like big company, like almost like bad, horrible start. I will say one detail I should go back to about the party is that my friend who was like overthinking asking this guy out, there was like, I guess like the guy who introduced her to this other guy was there, and I chatted with him a little bit. But like my friend was also, she was asking his input on when he thinks to do certain things and whatever. And at a certain point he like kind of fucked off and it was just me and my friend still talking. And she was like, do you think he's mad at me? And I'm like, no, he's not mad at you. And I'm just like, he doesn't have anything more to say is the thing. It's like he likely has given you all the advice he knows how to give. For the situation. Like, he's not mad at you. She was also very concerned about, I guess she had a 9 to 5 today or yesterday. And so she was very concerned about how she would be in the morning considering her level of carbonation. It's like, you're gonna be fine. 2? Really? Shit, I need to heal. Fuck. Bro, he should have killed you in that slam. That's lame. Oh wait, but that's gotta be last phase. Anyway, but so there's this guy. So anyway, it's raining, or it's starting to rain. It's not like raining. It's not like a heavy rain yet, but it's like a decent light rain. And so kind of concern is like, all right, what do we do? And like the rain's supposed to finish in like 40 minutes. And so then there's like another group of guys. I think they were like, I don't want to guess. It was a bunch of Middle Eastern guys who were also there for this meetup kind of thing. And I think they had all come early and were kind of like fucking around, going around. And so they like rejoined the group. And they all have these teal duffel bags, or not duffel bags, tote bags, that I guess the hospital, they had like a booth and they were giving them away. And I kind of fucking really jealous because like they're insulated. I was like, damn, I would have fucking loved one. For the, very few times I do grocery shopping. But hey, an insulated bag for free is an insulated bag. Wow, you suck. Wow, you really suck. Dude, come on, really? Fuck. Fuck. Alright, that wasn't great. But so, like, what do we do? Because it's raining. Because I guess the idea is that we would hang out in the center area for a while. I don't know doing what. It was like an hour and a half that we were supposed to be there. Then we were supposed to go over to this other area where there was going to be like a band and then fireworks at like 8 or 8:30. I think 8:30. And then, you know, this starts at 6. And then we were supposed to go back to this nearby bar. And, but because it was raining, it was determined, alright, we're just gonna go to this bar first and wait out the rain. And so that's what we did. It was this, like kind of arcade-y bar. Okay, I need you to do the slam down attack for this guy. Thank you. Fuck. Shit. Alright. That's curtains. Yeah. That's curtains. That heal fucked me up. So we go back to this bar. And we're there. And this is like slowly the group kind of builds from here. Because it's like, I don't know, maybe 7 people. Maybe a bit more. Maybe like 8 people at this point. But then gradually, as we're sitting here at this bar for the next hour and a half, there gets to be more and more people. Because it's like been posted on the meetup thing. Like, oh, we're actually just in this bar. So there's like this guy who comes. He's a software engineer for CVS. I talked to him for a bit. Talk about AI. Surprisingly not an annoying AI guy. He kind of agreed about, damn, this shit's scary. I didn't try to do the like, this is bad for you thing, but it made me kind of realize how insular a lot of things are for like certain AI stuff. And that he was like, how could AI be used for film? And I'm like, well, it could make the whole fucking movie for you. Doesn't mean it'd be good. But it could. Oh, if I have you slam against a wall, then that breaks your animation. Okay, frame perfect. That sucked. Thank you. Much fucking appreciated. Fuck. Shit. Okay, I desperately need to heal. Oh, frame perfect. That was really stupid. Aw, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. So I talked with that guy for a bit. Talked with the Russian guy for a bit. Then at a certain point, I'm like, okay, I feel nervous. And I also didn't take a propranolol beforehand. I have propranolol prescribed to me, which is a beta blocker. And so that helps kill butterflies in your stomach. And I took it before the thing on Friday, the dinner on Friday. But I forgot to take it before this thing yesterday. And so I'm like, shit. Because I'm all nervy. Can I get silk off of you? No, damn. I'm all nervy. So I'm like, alright, I will try to order a soda. Because soda can be helpful once you have something to sip on. Like in a social situation, that can be good. Fuck. Really? You're that low? Fuck. Shit, that wasn't worth it. Nor was that. Okay, you suck. Why didn't it kill you? Holy shit, you can mega parry. wasn't gonna work. If you spam X with those guys, you can fucking super parry. Holy shit, I didn't realize. So I'm trying to get a soda. So I go over to the bar. Now the bartenders, there's 3 of them. But all them bitches is busy. They are all busy. They're moving up and down, up and down, up and down, and they do not see me. I'm trying to figure out, how can I order? How can I order? At a certain point, I'm like, maybe I don't want a soda. Maybe I just want a lemonade. I'm like, do they even serve lemonade? I don't know if they would serve lemonade. I'm thinking about all this. It's taken a while. Maybe 5-10 minutes go by. I'm like, all right, they're not getting to me. They're not getting to me. So I walk back over to the group of people. And again, there's a lot of people here. A lot of them had moved over to the bar and were getting drinks and stuff. So I moved back over to the people. But like the people who weren't at the bar. It's a like small little circle of people. Whatever. There's this guy who comes at a certain point with a dog that's like attached to a leash on his waist. It's a cute fucking dog. Not an adorable dog, but a cute dog. Because all dogs are fucking cute. But so he comes over, I'm like talking with him a little bit in like a group setting. And it's like, oh shit. Hi, Dreamy Doodle. I'm fucking clutching the fuck up right now. Thank you. Shit, that was really bad. That was horrible. Fuck. 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 Dreamy Doodle, if you were trying to get me to pay for art, I don't want to. I won't. You're welcome to stay in chat, but if you're coming in and you do art and you're trying to wonder if I'm interested, I'm not. But so talking with this guy, he has a cute ass dog. Dog's name is Stitch. I don't know if it's from Lilo and Stitch, but that's his name. Sitting there for a while, and I'm trying to like kind of join conversation, but it's not really working. I don't know, it just seems like there's a lot of new people there, and they're like all kind of talking whatever, and like sort of cliques are forming and yada yada. And so I'm like, oh, I don't know. So I go back to the bar, back to trying to get some soda. So then I'm there. Then I'm sitting there maybe 5-10 minutes. Behind me, a lady is like, are you also trying to get a drink? She's like standing by the corner of the bar. This is already phase 2. Tim, I get the credit for that in the Hunter's Journal? That's funny. I bet there must be a lot of people who fully got their bugs finished, or the bugs that he spawns finished just from this boss fight. Shit. Fuck. Okay, very bad state of affairs. Fuck off. Oh my god. You suck so much. Oh my god. So I'm like, yeah. So now we're both sitting there, me and this lady. She's this, like, I don't know, probably mid-late 30s black lady. And so we start chatting for a little bit as we're sitting there waiting for the bartender to come over. And we're talking with her, and she's a psychiatrist, and yada yada yada, own private practice whatsoever. And so we're sitting there, and then the guy comes over with Stitch. Lilo, I guess we'll call him. Lilo comes over with Stitch. And then we start chatting some, the three of us and whatever, still waiting for the drink to come. Okay. Alright, we need to heal. Never mind, I'll go fuck myself. I'll go fuck myself. I'll just go fuck myself. Okay, doing that mid-air is the move. Because that way you can fall the second it kicks you out of it. Fuck off. God damn it. This is curtains. Yeah. Alright, we're beating this tonight. Or at least I'm gonna try to finish my story. So where they were sitting there, we're all talking, the three of us. At a certain point, no barista, like bartender, just because it's a female doesn't mean it's a barista. No bartender is coming over to us. So the psychiatrist is like, hey, can we have a drink? And so I'm like, so they come over and I'm like, oh, could I have a... What's a woke brand of soda? This is the point. We are now... Actually, no. You know what? Here's what actually happened in the story. I went home. Afterwards, it was a nice night. We went and saw some fireworks, and then afterwards, and then I came home, and then that was that. That was that. All right? That was that. That was that. Legally, that's what happened. Legally, that's what happened. Now, I'm going to tell you a hypothetical story that I thought of that could have happened. You do 2 damage. Why do you do 2 damage? Oh my god, there's so fucking many enemies. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, Savage Beastfly. La, 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 la. Go fuck yourself. So what is this, another soul heart? Bound the crest of beast. Tear foes with savage slashes. Bind to enter a wild fury and steal life from prey. To change crest, open the crest screen of the menu while resting at a bench. What? Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. So what would this unlock? Yeah, I know. Okay, well, what does this do? Bind to enter a wild fury and steal life from prey. Oh, shit. Ooh. New attack animation and sound. Bitch. Damn, so you can just spam to perfect parry. Damn, okay. God damn it. Oh! Oh! Well, ain't that something? Ain't that something? Still can't afford the fucking map, though. So what shape does that make? Oh, it's like a half circle. Or a semicircle. Whoa. Ain't that something, huh? Okay. So I could bind my pins, but I can't tear foes with savage slashes, bind to enter a wild fury, and steal life from prey. What do I unlock from this? I don't know, we can do it. This will be down RB and that'll be up RB. I mean, I feel like the other shit would be more worth it, but whatever, it's fine. I want to see how this lifesteal works. Oh, and I can wall jump to move up from here. Oh, but you are tricky dicky. Ah, fuck. Wait, but I don't heal? Oh, I only heal what I damage. Okay, I think the other one is better. I think the other one is better. As interesting as this is, I think this one is better. Because I see how I can heal more than 3 or 4 or whatever with it, but the fact that it changes the down attack makes it not worth it for me. Okay, that was just bad RNG. Fuck. Bro, you sideswiped into me? My camera turned off. Why? Why did my fucking camera turn off? How long has that been off? Fuck. You're out of battery, but you're charging. Bro, I need to finish this story while it's still fresh in my mind. Okay, but so this is all hypothetical from now on. From now on. So I order a Coke, we'll say. Whatever. I mean, some people post on their fucking hinges while they're underage, them with alcohol. I think I could be fine saying that I drank if I were to say that. Bro, you are so annoying. I didn't miss fighting you at all. Bro, why? Why? Okay, he's officially harder than the Savage Beastfly. I actually really hate that, like, a lot. Well, I'm not using the down attack that much. Let's try the other crest. So I go. I order a Coke. We're just gonna say I ordered a Coke. Okay. Now, you know what rhymes with Coke is Bud Light. But I didn't drink that, because I ordered a Coke. But so I go, and I order a Coke. Fuck. I need to pop that earlier. I order a Coke. Then I go and I order it. And then bartender goes, gets me a Coke. And also gets the psychiatrist the water. And so I keep talking with her. I actually hate you guys so fucking much. Why? I just need to kill one of them. I need to kill one of them, but I don't know how. So she goes and gets me a Coke. I keep talking with the people. Whatever. I think I asked the psychiatrist lady, like, are you, like, was it worth the wait? Because we were sitting there for like 5-10 minutes. fuck off so much. So much. Why do you do that? That's so annoying. I'm like, how's the water? Was it worth the wait? She's like, yeah. She asked me how my Coke was. I'm like, I'm just happy I didn't get soda certification checked. And then she's like, what? And then I say it again. And then there's like an eye-widening moment of a like, oh. Fuck you and the fucking horse you rode in on. Oh. There's an eyes widening moment. And then the Lilo is still like, wait, what? And so she just whispers it to him. And then what ends up happening is we start getting into a conversation of them recommending me all different kinds of sodas, which is inevitable. And so they're like, what they end up deciding on really is that I should try fruit-based sodas. Because I forgot my soda certification at home. And so then they're like, you gotta try a fruit-based soda. You gotta try a Fanta. Or one of the Fanta flavors. And he's like, you gotta try it. And the psychiatrist's like, well, dude, should we get it for him? Oh my god. But so keep talking, whatever. I'm sipping on my Coke. On my Coca-Cola. And then we go at a certain point, then it's like it stopped raining and it's getting to be like 7:30, which was the agreed upon time to go to the firework display. Damn it, I need to do the attack there, not the dodge. And so we go to that, whatever. And so I'm just like chatting with the psychiatrist a lot. Cause like, I think we're both people who don't really feel like socializing or trying to meet up with others too much. And it's also just like, it's convenient, whatever. Christ almighty! How much health does the little guy have? The little guy can't have that much health, right? But so whatever, talking about fucking film school and blah 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 and this and that. I didn't even get the fucking bind off? Are you kidding? I got damage dealt to me and I didn't get the bind off. That's bullshit. This is harder than Savage Beastfly. Oh my god. You're crazy. It's crazy that you do 2 damage. That's crazy. Oh my god, it's so fucking ridiculous. Maybe I need to parry those. Maybe I need to learn to parry those. It's bump, bump. Womp, 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 womp. Oh, I don't think I can swing fast enough. Bump, bump. You suck so fucking much. What? Oh, I was on 2 already. So we fucking go to the fireworks and whatever, and then we see the fireworks and then it's a bit. Go to the fireworks. Still chatting with her or whatever. Kind of chatting with some of the other people. Chatting with the CVS software engineer. Chatting with the Lilo. Lilo is a fucking college educator, I guess. You suck so much. You suck so much. He's a college educator, and so he's just, I think, desperately trying to feel some fucking de-stress. And I think he brought the dog as like a way to a conversation starter. But then we're out there, and they're selling street dogs and whatever, and so the psychiatrist goes and gets one. Oh my god. Psychiatrist goes and gets one. She's walking around for a bit. I walk around for a bit. It seems like there's like a little... It's over by like the river or the ocean front or whatever. I don't know where it is. I didn't even get the heals off. I didn't get any fucking heals off. I didn't get any heals off. Oh my god. Bro, how? How? She gets a street dog and I think it fucks her up a little bit. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. It makes it so that I can't stay close to the big guy because of the small guy. But then I can't get close to the small guy because of the big guy. There's no fucking solution. Oh my god, it's so miserable. So we're out there for a while, just kind of, there's a little band playing whatever. They announced that there's a mom who's lost her daughter on the microphone. They're playing like 70s music and a different key or whatever the fuck. You suck so much. You suck so much. You suck so much. I'm changing Chris. Now I need to remember this attack though. That's not the attack I'm trying to use. I fucking hate this game. Oh my god, it's so miserable. It's so miserable. So finally, it's time for the fireworks. And then, of course, the guy who brought his dog is terrified. Because it's probably like a fucking, I don't know, like a Maltese or some shit. It's a tiny, it's not tiny, but it's a small dog. So the dog's fucking shitting itself, trying to run away. And so I'm bending down, trying to pet the dog a little bit. It's not helping the poor thing. That was bad. Why don't you do any damage to each other? Great. So you just fuck me. You fuck me over and over and over again. Dog's terrified. Fireworks are whatever. They're fireworks. Anyone who actually gets excited about fireworks after the age of 18, bro, I don't know. Like, I think it might be, you might have just too much whimsy in your life. Bro, it's fireworks. God. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And so it's a fireworks display and it goes on for like 15 minutes. And like, you know, like the first 2 minutes is cool. And then the last 5 is cool. How did that hit me? Literally, what even hit me? I hate you so fucking much. I hate you so fucking much. What am I supposed to do there? What am I supposed to do there? Well, like the fireworks or whatever. I just spent the whole time feeling bad for the fucking dog. Again, at the end, they had some neat shit. there was like a moment like 10 minutes in. It was 15 minutes. There was a moment like 10 minutes in where it briefly stopped and everyone thought it was over and it was like, oh, that was it? And no, it restarted. Great. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So then we go back to the bar, and I'm just still chatting with the psychiatrist some. And there was a moment where I asked her, like, all right, do you have any, like, sage psychiatrist wisdom? She's like, nope. Looking for my own wisdom. Fair enough. And then she asked, like, well, is there, like, what were you thinking of? And it was clear, like, okay, she's, like, actually turning on psychiatrist mode. And I was like, wow. You know, if I can ramble. I said if I can ramble, but then I put my own psychiatrist out of a job. You suck so much. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. You're so annoying to fight. Why does the little fucker take so much damage? Why does he have so much health? Okay, fuck me, right? Fuck me, right? There's nothing I can do there. I get pinned in. Come on, Hornet. I need to dodge into that. I always forget I need to dodge into that. That I need to dodge out of, though. Oh my god, it's so annoying. It's so frustrating. This is worse than the fucking boss fights. This is worse than the Savage Beastfly. This is worse than Morwing. This is worse than all of them. This is worse than Sister Sage. Great, and now I fucking dislocated that thing, so now I have to kill it. Suck my dick. Suck my dick and balls from scrotum to fucking tip. Suck my dick and balls from scrotum to tip. You suck so much. Okay, this gotta be in my... No, but I still haven't finished the fucking story. But we go back to the bar. I don't know. I'm not telling this properly because I'm fucking tilted. We go back to the bar. And then it's like, alright, we're back at the bar. And then the bartender comes over to take orders for the group. And then I guess, and so I'm like, hey, I'll take a Fanta. I've heard so much about Fantas tonight. I fucking seized the opportunity. They're not asking for a drink certification card. There was someone at the door who was asking to see our soda certifications. And I was like, you know, I don't have one. He's like, alright. I was like, do you need to mark my hand or anything? Oh my god. He's like, no, just don't let me catch you drinking one. Great. So I go up. They're asking the table, what drinks you want? I say watermelon Fanta. So they get one going. But then, I guess it was misconstrued as to what the tab actually was. And so then it's like, oh, you know, like, if you're gonna get soda, get it on your own tab. I hate you so much. I hate you so fucking much. I need to kill the small guy. Once I kill the small guy, I can handle the big guy. But so then it's like, alright, well, I might not get a soda after all. But so chatting with people, whatever. You know, I'm hearing about the psychiatrist, I'm hearing about, she told me a bit about like her brother, who I guess is super special needs, but like the family supported them, and then it worked out and everything. I hate you so much. I can't do it. It's impossible. Does it have more health? Or is the flying fucker just really that annoying? Why? I shouldn't have needed to jump after that. Oh my god. I'm looking it up. What is that fucking thing called? Hunter's March. There's a memory locket. Defeat the second Scar Guard. But so then it's like, okay. Why do you just have the perfect fucking aim? The best aim, NA East. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Fuck it. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. How am I supposed to do this? How? You only get a memory. You only get shell shards and rosaries. No. Nope. No thanks. No thanks. Okay. We're done. Nope, we're done. So we go back to the bar, whatever. But then eventually, Lilo comes back over and he's like, yo, I'm gonna get a Fanta. You want a Fanta? Let's get a Fanta. Let's get a Fanta. I'm like, all right. It's also in the middle of talking with the psychiatrist about some heavy shit. She's like in the middle of telling me how like one of her best friends recently fucking died. And so it's a reminder that life isn't forever and that, you know, you won't always have tomorrow available to you as an opportunity. It's like right before she says, like, I know it's coming. Right before she says how her friend died. It's like right when the guy comes back over and he's like, yo, you wanna go get... Give me a bench. Give me a fucking bench. Give me a fucking bench. There's not a bench. And so I go over and I'm like, all right, well, I try to just get him to order it since he has a soda certification and I don't, to just order 2. He's like, come on over. So I do it. We wait for a bit with the bartender. She eventually comes back over to us. We have to like heckle her over. Or I think we're probably standing there for probably like close to 15 minutes again. Opposite side of the bar this time. And then eventually someone comes over and gets us. And I was also using my own personal credit card, which I don't normally do for food and drink. Normally, like, my mom is fine with me using her money. But I was like, well, I think it might give it away that I don't have a soda certification if I'm using my mom's credit card. But nevertheless, shit. So I go through whatever. I do get my soda, go back, and then it's just chatting with like everyone that's left for a while. And it's very interesting because they end up talking a lot about like, you know, some stuff with like dating or their other experiences doing some of these like meeting people things and like all this kinds of shit and like whatever, and their experiences with like the kind of nice guy idea and then like what it is to be an incel and kind of shit, or like I don't know, various stuff. I don't know, I'm tilted because now I'm fucking Hollow Knight thinking. But yeah, and then at a certain point, it gets to be like close to like 11 o'clock. And so, like, I think the psychiatrist and I both decided to leave. So we get back on the green line, or the orange line first, and then take that to the green line, and then just like little chatting here and there, and then split ways. I don't know, there's probably more details that I can go into that I'm not thinking of right now. It was a great moment seeing the psychiatrist and Lilo's reaction to me saying that I'm happy they didn't check for my soda certification. Just a great moment. Okay, my computer is fucking failing me and being really annoying. And everything is not responding. And I'm tired. It's almost 1 a.m. I have class at 10. So I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna turn off my computer. I'm gonna shut it down, even if I have to fucking muzzle it with my finger on the power button, because the goddamn game controllers thing isn't even responding. Yeah, game controllers, go fuck yourself. But I'm gonna end. Because I'm tired. And I also realized my storytelling ability petered out, which is really frustrating. So I'll probably have to try to retell the story in a better way tomorrow or something. Fucking force quit game controllers if it's not working. I don't know why you need me to spell this out for you. It's so fucking stupid. But yeah, I'm ending stream. I'm a little baby rage. Okay. That's all for me. I'm ending here. Alright. Bye, everyone. Night night. Bye, YouTube. Alright.